added. Who are these people?
Ooh, all right. Good afternoon,
We are
everyone.
here again.
It's another Friday, which means it's Angel in the afternoon. My name is Angel Rivera, alongside Alex Knight and Miss Witchy Perfect. So, how's everyone doing this evening, afternoon, whatever?
Doing fine.
We're still here
Yep, for now.
for
Because,
now.
because we're going to talk about it on the show, but Israel has formally started the ground invasion of Gaza, so they're ready just to wipe whoever's left there and just start building their dream city. The Riviera of the Middle East, apparently, is going to be called. So,
But remember,
unfortunately, it's almost
it's all
over.
about Hamas on October 7th. That's the real disaster.
Yep.
The
It's
disaster
unfortunate,
was
but
trusting Israel from the beginning.
yeah. So they begun their ground invasion of Gaza. They'll probably take the city rather quickly because everyone's starving or pretty much dead at this point. So it's
And
unfortunate, but
Randy Fine is celebrating. We all know that.
I'm sure
Hey,
he
Cowboy
is. Randy
Kitty.
Fine. Hey, cowboy. I'm sure Randy Fine is. He's he's
He's fat.
It's fat. Yes.
mhm. Yep.
I
So
also I was proven right once again. Here we go with the Brian Kilmeade and homeless people should be deleted. Again,
yep.
guys, the rich are literally saying the quiet parts out loud now. So here we go with, you will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs, and then you'll be deleted.
Yep, here we go. So hmm,
Is that
I
a
hate to make
police
light of
siren
that,
I
but
heard that's a sound effect or what?
no, that's Bender from Futurama.
I was gonna say
Oh.
Futurama. It sounded like Futurama.
Yeah. Dude. Yep. So also we're going to be talking about the U.S. and the Trump administration continuing to escalate their most likely war against Venezuela. So that's another thing. So we want their oil, and Trump wants their oil in particular, and we're probably going to get it.
Oh, and we should probably
He's,
also discuss Bernie Sanders finally calling it a genocide.
Yeah,
I
he's a
didn't see
cuck.
that. But, I mean, that's something that
I'm
went
a
above
cuck.
my head. I didn't see that.
Okay,
Let's see
I'm a cop.
here. Hey, Wilson, Joy. I'm good. How are you? Um, yeah. So first, before we get started, I wanted to do some housekeeping because as everybody knows, there's an AI that's putting accounts on restricted if they think you're a child. So
Wait, huh?
it's easy to get. Yeah, the AI that's putting the accounts into restricted mode. That way you don't see any of your favorite content creators. Oh, so very simple. You go here where your picture is at or whatever. Here's restricted mode. You turn it off. You make sure it's off, and you should be good.
Interesting.
Yeah, so basically what the AI does and puts it in restricted mode because it thinks you're a child. If if you happen to watch content that is designed for children or whatever. So
I already have
you,
mine off, so
yeah, just check you guys and make sure it's off
It's
because if you're
off
not
for this
seeing
one.
yeah, if you're not seeing any INN content or Hardlands Media or whatever you watch, you dissidents, RBN, whatever, that's the reason why probably because the AI turned on restricted mode without telling you. So
It's
there
because
you
they think
go.
we're all fucking kids. But if that were true, then they should be worried about rich people coming to molest us.
Yeah, and on Monday I got this very nice shirt. I'm not sure you guys can see that, but it says INN on it. So
I did see that.
yeah. So there you go. It comes from our beautiful shop here. So I just want to plug our official INN merch store real quick. This is the shirt that I have here. So very comfortable, very nice shirt. It's $20. Not that expensive, either in black or in white, whatever color you prefer. Also, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Oopsie daisy. I don't think you want to see something about mobsters.
well, that's Ray Liotta there.
Yeah, didn't he pass away like a couple years ago?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Also, Robert Redford passed away a couple days ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
he did too. Yeah, so t-shirts. We're selling t-shirts. We're selling hats. We're
We're selling
selling.
everything. It's hot, hot, hot. I don't know.
Yep. So selling Angel in the Afternoon shirts. You can have it in white or you can have it in black. The INN logo in the back is $20. Very simple. You can also get let's see, where is it? I just missed it. You can get a shirt with my face on it for the low price of $23. So you can get that too, or you can get a pro wrestling talk T-shirt for $20. Either and oh, it's available in white only. But still. So if you get any T-shirts, do me a favor, tag me on X so I can share it, and thank you personally for buying a shirt. So
I might just do my
now
Christmas shopping here.
there's some Jesse Jet stuff, indie,
Or Black Friday.
Yeah, or Black Friday.
yeah. Let's see here.
Short.
Yeah, I was gonna say short. Are you in shorts there, Golden?
Oh, let me
Actually, that
put.
would be kind of cool. Golden shorts.
So I'm gonna put the link in the chat for the store because something I should have done, but I forgot. So, if you guys want to check it out in your own time? There it is, right there. So, if you get something, we appreciate the support. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff because that's all very important. We've been what's what I'm looking for? Not demonetized. Oh, we were demonetized like 2 years ago, but I'm gonna look shadow banned. That's what I'm looking for. We've been shadow banned for years, so those likes and subscriptions and chatting and commenting, all that helps.
Ah.
How much it helps, I don't know, but it helps. So do all that good stuff. All right, so let's see here. We'll get started with this. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Image. What is this? Oops. I'm sorry. Just bear with me 1 second here. That is not working the way I intended. Oh, here we go.
That usually never does.
I got it. I just, didn't like do it right.
Major apartment company in Colorado is charged.
I didn't mean to play that. I wanted to look first. Anyways, this is a clip of older woman with dementia who passed away, And I figured we'd get started with this. And guess what happens? She's living in an apartment or a townhouse or whatever, it's a complex. And she died suddenly. She had dementia. She was in her 80s. Anyways, the owners of the complex, guess what they decided to do? They decided to send a bill to the family, charging them $4,200 and some odd dollars because she terminated the lease early. I'm not making
Yeah, suck a dick.
I'm not making this up, by the way. So
That's what I write
yeah,
on the note on the invoice. I would say I would write back suck a dick. Sign the family.
yeah. So I'm not making that up. I mean, they're about to let's play this and then let me know if it needs to be
Major
higher or
apartment
something. But
company in Colorado is charging a family thousands in fees after their mother died in her unit. This as the company is already being sued for allegedly charging illegal fees to tenants all across the state. Your investigator Katie Weiss tells us what she uncovered.
A woman with dementia living at this apartment complex in Loveland recently passed away unexpectedly. Now her family says the complex is trying to charge them more than $4,000 in penalty fees because they say the complex says that her death meant that she broke her lease early.
Yeah, you can go suck a dick.
I'm not making it up. They literally trying to charge the family $4,000 because she broke the lease early. She
She
died.
fucking
Not like
died,
she
you
left.
idiot. Not you,
She
Angel, but
she
she
the
fucking
lease. Oh no,
died.
she broke the lease early allegedly because she died. So we can't control when we die. You know, it sucks for
Apparently we
you.
can, according to this, and they'll just charge our families fucking outrageous prices. Literally,
Yeah.
right? I dare this family. If this family would ever decide to, watch the show, right back on the bill. Suck a dick. And that's it. Send it back.
Yeah.
Completely unethical. I mean, everyone says, well, unethical isn't illegal, but taking advantage of people is
Technically,
wrong.
yeah, it is.
Letitia Farr was Kelly
Mhm.
Gontos' mother-in-law of 25 years.
She was so fun, and very family oriented. She loved her kids, loved her grandkids, was always there for them.
In October, she moved into this Avenida apartment complex in Loveland, managed by one of the largest apartment rental companies in the state, called Greystar.
So we thought we would get her into a place that was 55 plus community. They had lots of events. I was supposed to be able to get the seniors out and, mingle so she could have friends.
But in early January, she passed away. Just a couple days later, Gonto says her family received a bill from Greystar asking for more than $4,000 in early termination fees. And on top of that, the company was keeping her security deposit.
We were shocked.
Oh,
And
another thing, they're keeping the security deposit. They're keeping the security deposit.
Do you intend to pay that $4,000?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, hold on here. We're having some technical difficulties here. I don't know why that happened. All right, let's do that. Let's do that.
Major apartment company in Colorado is charging a family thousands in.
Try to get to that.
was always there for them.
In October, she moved into this Avenida apartment complex in the
Place that was 55 plus community. They had lots of events.
Just a couple days
okay,
later, Gonto says her family received a bill from Greystar asking for more than $4,000 in early termination fees. And on top of that, the company was keeping her security deposit.
We were shocked.
And do you intend to pay that $4,000?
No.
It just ends there, but she shouldn't.
Is it? I guess it's the end of the video.
Yeah, that ended there. I didn't realize it ended. So, yeah. So the family is being
forced out of the U.S. because of shit like this.
They're being forced to pay $4,000. There's more to this. Hold on.
I'd say suck a dick, the family, and I'll see you in court.
So there's more to this. This gets worse. Hold on. So Greystar, the company that owns this building, they charge hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars in junk fees. So they charge $4 for no cockroaches. In other words, extermination, an extra $4 a month. Um, they charge a $20 fee to start paying rent. They
So
charge
you
another
have to pay money
$5.
to pay rent?
Yeah,
That makes no
essentially
fucking sense.
another $5 a month to charge you the rent. So in order for them
Oh
to
my
charge you the rent,
god.
you need
We
to pay
actually
another
have to
five
write down
dollars.
on paper what you actually owe us. Oh my, these guys are literally
Yeah,
vultures.
Yeah.
and there's another $8, an $8 convenience fee to pay online. So and $25 fee for valet trash, whatever that. I think that's
I guess
that's
that
they,
just
they
means
pick up
that
your trash.
if you want your trash picked up, it's another $25. If not, go fuck yourself, right? Seriously, suck a
Yeah,
dick. Seriously.
so it's a $4 pest control fee. Even though all of this should be included in your rent, by the way.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They're doing, that's
You
right.
know. Oh, and by the way, they don't even commit to actually killing cockroaches. So
No, why
this is
would they? But you have to pay
this
for
is
no
the clause in the
cockroaches.
lease. Yeah. Paragraph 7 explains the landlord
They're all but
may,
cockroaches.
yeah, the landlord may provide regularly scheduled pest control services, but makes no mention of the fee charged to tenant unless the tenant's individual unit requires treatment. So here where I live, the exterminator comes once a month to spray and stuff. The spray to kill off cockroaches and stuff. They come once a month no matter what. So here it's like, oh, we may do it, but only time we actually do it is if you need it. So you have to ask for it. In other words, um,
Yeah, they want you to eat those bugs there, Golden. You will own nothing, be happy, and eat the bugs.
the problem is it's hard to sue a billionaire corporation.
Oh, you
So
can do it.
apparently, yeah, the Federal Trade Commission, the state of Colorado, is planning a joint lawsuit against Greystar to stop all this. So, a lawsuit alleging Greystar charged junk fees that were not disclosed to consumers until after they had committed to a lease. Oh, by the way, they can't do that. If you sign a lease, everything has to be in the lease. They can't just you sign a lease and all of a sudden, surprise, more charges. It's ridiculous. It's like, oh, surprise, here's some more charges. Like, what the fuck? Just
Like, oh, your
out.
grandmother passed away? Oh, we're sorry, but not sorry.
It's
Yeah,
like, oh yeah,
here's a bill for $4,000. Pay us now.
Or
Yeah, how
or
about you go suck a dick?
or it's like from South Park. We're sorry. Sorry. I'm truly sorry.
it's like you sign the
Okay.
lease. You sign the lease, and as soon as you sign the lease, they surprise you. Like,
surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah.
there you go, a bunch of charges. That we should have put in the lease, but we didn't. So, whoops. Okay.
Or
So,
you could also add Paul Heyman saying, "You can suck my dick."
No, that's my line. It's suck a dick, not suck Paul
I didn't say replace it.
I will cry more.
Sure.
I'm just exhausted from it.
play automatically, but this video is from More Perfect Union. They are covering the Amazon is building one of their largest data centers in Indiana. Neighbors say the company is using up their drinking water they rely on. This is just one of the data center fights unfolding across the country. Communities everywhere are up in arms against big tech invasion. So this building that they're building here in particular, it's a Amazon data center facility. So Amazon is of course planning a new AI, to help their customer shop. So they're building this giant data center in a small community in Indiana. Of course, they don't pick on the bigger cities because they have more money, and even though their politicians are just as corrupt, but there's not enough room, and and there's more people there, and it's too much of a hassle. So Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all these corporations are going to small cities and small towns in order to basically bribe their politicians who are locals, and
And
they
that's why
they
we're
approve these
still
buildings.
safe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play this whole thing. It's like 12 minutes, but I'm.
I don't know if
There's
you
the
heard me,
part
but I
where.
was saying that's why we're in a failed state.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
literally,
definitely.
again, you own nothing, be happy, eat the bugs, and then you'll be deleted.
And I
And
don't know.
AI will take over.
I don't know if you saw Crystal Paul's tweet. She posted, I think it was the day when Charlie Kirk was murdered. She was like, "We're headed towards a failed state. We're headed. We're headed.
We're already there.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Literally, you will have wars over water. It's already starting.
Yep.
Like I said, she's so fucking stupid.
Fish in a big pond. Little fish in a pond that's been sucked dry by Amazon. Hacker. You don't think you can win?
No, you can't, man. They got better lawyers so we can get hold of, and then the town of Nuclear Isle threw us under the bus.
Still,
there's the water.
A lot of dewatering going on, even though they've been told they're in violation.
So the small city is telling me they're in violation for wasting all this water, and they still do it anyways.
They don't care.
And
Fine
Amazon
us. That's all they say. Fine us.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
You find them, and it's a small portion of their profits. So like they just pay it, and they keep doing it. So it's like these small towns are powerless against these massive corporations who are coming
That's why
in
they
here.
do small towns, not big cities.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. All right, let's keep.
Like I say, we're a little fish in a big pond. Little fish in a pond that's been sucked dry by Amazon.
Indiana is experiencing a data center invasion. 30 minutes away, another data center fight is unfolding.
I asked for you to show More Perfect Union's wasteland tonight so that people can see with their eyes.
At this city council meeting in Michigan City, Indiana, resident Eileen Mark is asking city officials to play a More Perfect Union video we made a few months ago about Musk's XAI data center in Memphis.
Oh yeah, Elon Musk is building an AI data center in Memphis. So it's
of course he is, because he's a piece of shit and he's a pedophile. Put me in
Memphis
jail.
is a pretty big city, so I'm surprised. But Elon Musk is definitely
And he's a cuck.
I know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. I know that's what you.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
He's online to be the first trillionaire ever.
Or
Who
another
the fuck needs $1 trillion?
Another soundboard would be like The Rock saying like "you sick freak" or something like that.
Shut your bitch ass
up. Why isn't this video being shown tonight?
The reason? The developers behind that XAI facility, Phoenix Investors, is now trying to secure a tax break for a new data center in this small Indiana town.
What is going on in Memphis? What Phoenix investors?
They're fishing for a tax break from this small city in order to.
And they're all looking at her like, boy, this bitch she's gonna get hit. She's gonna get popped.
Yeah,
That's what they're thinking right now.
The politicians are all pretty annoyed, so it's like just
has
shut up.
Done in Memphis with their end user, tenant, Elon Musk. I didn't get even a response from you.
I came here in the middle of a fight between residents and local officials. To witness it all,
we have regulators who are all
Microsoft, CoreWeave, and QTS.
Down to tonight and whether or not the city is going to put the profit motive, put big tech over people.
The evidence is out there, and residents that live nearby these hyperscale data centers are sharing their stories. You can find them if you care to look.
These are just two of the data center battles taking place in Indiana.
ACBC.
What we're seeing in Indiana is a lot of data center development, over 30, maybe over 40 in some stage of development throughout our state for a variety of reasons.
There's 30 and 40 or 40 different data centers in Indiana alone.
Of course.
Indiana is fully selling themselves out to big tech and all their AI data centers. So most of our data centers probably end up in Indiana. And, people will be out of water, out of work, and out of luck, basically.
And that was
Meta, Google, Microsoft.
Pete Buttigieg's state, right?
Yeah, butt plug.
He was mayor of South Bend, Indiana.
Microsoft,
That's what my dad calls him.
And QTS. owned by Blackstone, are in the state
Blackstone.
too.
There's
I wanted to
Blackstone.
know why Indiana became such a hotspot for big tech and how billionaires and the shell corporations they hide behind.
Yeah, they're all.
You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you...
And that applies to all of them, by the way, all these billionaires.
Or you just think,
Seem to be winning so
piece of fucking shit.
All these fucking pedophile billionaires, yes.
big in the Hoosier state.
Number one, we have an incredibly supportive.
But many residents and community organizers are adamant that data centers are not the answer to their economic woes. Organizers canvassed Michigan city neighborhoods just before the city council was about to meet for a final vote.
There are 9 counselors, so we are trying to play the numbers game and work as hard as we can, even within these final hours. This community has long suffered the impacts of coal pollution, of being able to endure a century of this coal plant in their backyards.
Ashley Williams lives in Michigan City and runs a grassroots organization focused on a transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy. Long before she found out about the secretive data center project this summer, she's been fighting to shut down the coal-fired power plant owned by the monopoly electric utility company called NIPSCO, which she fears could end up staying.
So NIPSCO is important here because they're promising their customers that these AI centers will pay their fair share in their electric bill.
No, they won't.
No way. I guarantee you they will not pay their fair share. So they're promising not to pass the cost on to their consumers, but they will.
Bullshit.
They will. But
Staying open to
this
support
part.
data center energy demands.
We just really don't know whether or not the coal plant will ultimately come down, or if it does, it's just going to be a reinvention of a different injustice at that site or across our community.
And the energy monopoly is in the midst of an effort to create a spin-off sister company called GenCo to put all data center load growth under a new separate company.
As we covered before, you are president of both NIPSCO and GenCo, as well as CEO, correct? And COO.
That's correct.
Were you involved in the decision to create?
Pay their fair share. It's very easy for a utility CEO or utility representative.
NIPSCO said that they do not intend to raise rates. Can ratepayers trust that with a deal like this, their rates aren't going to go up?
And
That's
if you do, you're an idiot.
No,
that's total bullshit, by the way. They're
If
promising
you
something they
literally
can't keep.
believe that these billionaire corporations will not raise your rates on your electricity, you're a fucking moron. These corporations do not give a fuck about you. Get it through your motherfucking heads.
They're just gonna call you a communist.
Yep.
And all that shit stuff.
I don't care. Suck a dick. Suck a dick.
Commie, huh?
China. That's 2.
China.
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 You'll always hear.
Yep. I'm not going to play any more of this, but hold on. Let me just go here, just to the end here where they reveal the vote.
And some $26 million in economic development incentives over the next 40 years. Another big win for tech companies who seem to be getting their way in Indiana.
We were not shocked by the sort of
So, I don't know where it is exactly, but the city actually voted in favor of it, of course. So they gave all these tax breaks in exchange for, get this, 30 jobs. Only 30 full-time jobs, by the way. The Amazon promised.
Angel, please play my SAD. Suck a dick. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm not gonna play any more of that. It's like way too long.
I don't know how I can literally tell people that millionaires, and billionaires do not give a fuck about you. They don't care about you. They want you deleted. They do not like you. Like Brian Kilmeade said, just kill him. That's what he said. So literally the rich are saying the quiet parts out loud, people. We've been telling you this for years, that the rich do not like you. They hate you. They see you as a cockroach that needs to be squashed. When are people going to fucking wake up and realize that Fox News and all these fucking millionaires and billionaires do not give a fuck about you? They hate your motherfucking guts.
I hope your dad hears you say that.
I don't care.
What I was gonna say was, it's like what Trump would say: billions and billions and billions and billions.
The fact that
Yeah.
in this country we have Elon Musk, who is on track to be the first trillionaire ever in this fucking world, is fucking insane. You couldn't even spend $1 trillion.
This is the same guy who was like, chainsaw. Remember that part?
Wish I could take a chainsaw to him.
And to respond to Sean, Angels had that clip or sound clip for like a month or two now, so it's not new.
Yeah, just so. Anyways, update on Mahmoud Khalil, the Palestinian that the Trump administration, if you remember earlier in the year, arrested, sent him. They not deported him, but they disappeared him to Louisiana without telling anyone. By the way, and eventually they end up having to release him because of a judge's order. But now an immigration judge orders Mahmoud Khalil deported to Syria or Algeria.
So they're gonna get him deported so he can get killed. Is that why? Is that why?
Yeah, they wanted to. So immigration judge ordered his deportation. Lawyers for the pro-Palestinian activists say they plan to appeal the immigration judge's order, which was revealed in court documents filed on Wednesday.
You know, also to take it from Futurama, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Immigration judge in Louisiana has ordered pro-Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil, a legal permanent resident of the U.S., deported to Syria or Algeria for failing to disclose certain information on his green card application, according to documents filed in federal court Wednesday by his lawyers. So apparently he either made a mistake on his green card application and they caught it. I don't think he would fraudulently do it unless, I don't know him, so I'm not going to put my feet in the fire for him. But they found a mistake on his green card application, or he hid information, so now they get to deport him. Khalil's lawyer suggested in the filing that they intend to appeal the deportation order, but expressed concern that the appeals process will likely be swift and unfavorable. The order from the immigration judge.
For a second, we should probably also
Yeah, go
mention
ahead.
how it was Congress or the Senate, whatever. They universally passed to recognize Charlie Kirk Day or whatever it is. I'm sure you heard that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
yeah, I saw that. It was a unanimous vote, so even all the Democrats voted in favor of.
And Jeffries voted for that.
Well, this is what I think about Charlie Kirk Day. Go suck a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So the immigration judge James Comins came despite a separate order in Khalil's federal case. James Coleman came
What?
Came in despite of a separate orders in Khalil's federal case in New Jersey, blocking his deportation. So New Jersey federal judge blocked his deportation, but this Louisiana judge, ordered his deportation. So we have two separate contradicting orders here. So we don't know which one is valid and which one isn't. Well, that court considers Khalil's legal argument that his detention and deportation are unlawful retaliation for his Palestinian advocacy. Khalil's March 8th arrest and subsequent detention in Louisiana was part of Trump administration's aggressive crackdown on foreign-born pro-Palestinian academics who were studying or working in the U.S. legally. Khalil, a former Columbia graduate student who helped organize campus protests, was arrested at his Manhattan residence and put in deportation proceedings. He's not been charged with a crime.
So he hasn't been charged. Why are you reporting him then?
The reason why is because of the mistake in the green card application. So they're trying.
And they can make up anything. Well, he looks foreign, so we're just gonna,
He's a Muslim.
He looks like a criminal.
Get him out.
Yeah,
he looks like a criminal, so we're just gonna, say he's a criminal.
Yeah.
But all they're all of the innocent people. They're lovely. They don't do anything wrong,
Yeah. In a letter to New Jersey federal judge Michael Farabrese, Khalil lawyers said they have 30 days from September 12th, the date of the immigration judge's ruling, to appeal her decision to the Board of Immigration Appeals. The lawyers said that they expect the process to be swift and they appeal to the BIA decision. which would ultimately go to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which is unlikely to be successful, since they wrote the appeals court almost never grants stays of removal for non-citizens. As a result, they wrote the only meaningful impediment to the petitioner's physical removal from the United States would be this court's important order, prohibiting the removal during the pendency of his federal habeas corpus case.
My God, we
And they
actually
wrote,
have that.
yeah.
We actually have habeas corpus now. I thought Obama took that out.
Well, I mean, the lawyers are still using it as an argument, and it's working because
put it back in, maybe.
yeah, it's working because the federal judge, agreed to hear the case at the very least. Nothing would preserve his lawful permanent resident status. In his statement, Khalil, Palestinian originally from Syria, accused the Trump administration of using fascist tactics. Still surprised the Trump administration continues to retaliate against me from exercises free speech. Their latest attempt through a kangaroo immigration court exposes their true colors once again, Khalil said.
And I do want to say one
Let's
thing.
see.
One thing I didn't like what Kylie did was he hung out with Bernie Sanders even afterwards when Bernie said, responding to the protesters, like, no, I gotta go. I can't respond to this. You know what I'm talking about, Angel. Right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, there's a lot of people who still trust Bernie Sanders and like him. So they're not there yet where we see him as a fraud that he is.
How they're not there yet. I mean, we've already known this for years and years and years, and then somehow they can't figure this out years later.
But this is the same thing with, people who still watch Fox News, still people who still watch CNN, MSNBC, and think it's real. It's, they think that those people are telling them the truth and, everything about our country is just, it's the other side's fault. It's the Democrats or it's the Republicans.
And that's why, Jimmy Dore has called it, it can't be a Democrat versus Republican battle, or it should be a class versus class battle or whatever.
Right. This is a class warfare where the rich hate the poors.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, it's a Democrat and Republican thing still. It's like
that was pathetic.
Really?
What? I didn't hear it.
It's a Mortal Kombat thing.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
For more than 3 months earlier this year, Khalil was held in detention in Louisiana. The Trump administration arrested him, invoking a rarely used provision in immigration law that allows the government to deport any non-citizen, even a legal resident, if their Secretary of State determines that the person's continual presence harms U.S. foreign policy interests. In June, Far Briers, a Biden appointee, blocked the Trump administration from deporting Khalil. That's why the Trump administration, I guess, saying, "Oh, well, it's a Biden appointee. We don't have to listen to him, right?"
Now that they're in power, no.
Yeah. On foreign policy grounds. Days later, the judge ordered Khalil's release after determining that he was not a flight risk or a danger to the community. That allowed him to return to New York, where he's reunited with his wife, a U.S. citizen, and newborn son, who was born during his detention. The Trump administration, however, has continued to seek Khalil's deportation on another rationale it tacked on after the arrest in Manhattan. That when he applied for a green card, he failed to disclose all his past employment and membership in certain organizations.
Oh, yeah. So I also want to mention something, Angel, we pointed out when Coding confronted Trump about, the Israel thing. And then I'm sure you heard days later, Trump had said, they should arrest, the members of Kobe because they asked me about Israel in a restaurant. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that was code pink, where they in a restaurant, the Trump administration or Donald Trump himself was protesting.
Grow the fuck up.
Wait, did I just
really?
Okay. Yeah, so basically, I'm surprised those people got that close to Trump, honestly. I mean, I figured Secret Service would have shoved them out of the way because they were there for a while before Trump basically said, get rid of him. Like, what are we doing here? Why are they still there? So he just basically shoot him away. Secret Service finally got him out of the way.
He's going to be inviting Netanyahu yet again, so yeah.
Yeah, he's inviting him back to the White House for the third time already, with not less than a year of his presidency.
The fourth time, I think.
Yeah, it's either the third or fourth time he's being invited to the White House again. So, yeah. So let's see here. What else? Oops. So that's the Mahmoud Khalil update. Basically they're still trying to deport him,
Oh yeah,
even
we should
though
also bring up, people crying over Jimmy Kimmel being fired by Disney or whatever.
we can probably get
Yeah,
into
but
that a little bit.
there's
I mean,
always there's also the other
I'm-
side is saying, well, now, I mean, MAGA has gone full hypocrite now. They literally have become the full hypocrite. Remember when the liberals were like, "Oh well, we need to censor, we need to do, or we need to not censor, we need to not do that," blah blah blah. And
yeah,
then they turned
that
around and
was
said, "Oh, we need to censor those we don't like." MAGA has done the same fucking thing. They were saying during Biden, "Oh, oh, you cancer culture, you fucking snowflakes," and now they're all like, "You said something against my guy I didn't like. Cancel him." Brian Kilmeade literally just
Yeah.
said that they wanted to kill poor people. And that's worse than anything fucking Jimmy Kimmel would ever say. I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. I never watched the dude, to be honest. But for fuck's sake,
No.
can we stop with this stupid bullshit that Brian Kilmeade is still on air and fucking Jimmy Kimmel got canceled because, my God
Jimmy-
is forbid we'd say anything about fucking Charlie Kirk.
Jimmy
Charlie
Kimmel-
Kirk can suck a dick in hell, you motherfuckers. And I don't
Yeah,
even
Jimmy-
fucking believe in hell.
But what I wanted to say that I posted, it was either a day or two ago, and I know you liked my tweet, Steph, is that I was saying for all the liberals who were crying about Jimmy Kimmel being fired and surveys only due to cancel culture. Well, it's like, well, here's Jimmy Kimmel celebrating Tucker Carlson being fired from Fox News.
Oh, I agree. Jimmy Kimmel's a piece of shit, and I don't like him either.
And I had a response saying Tucker Carlson's a fascist. I don't understand what was wrong with Jimmy said. I was asking him, so why is Tucker Carlson fascist? Can you answer that to me? He couldn't answer that for me. So
and they can't. But yet when it happens to them, oh my God, the world's gonna fucking end, But I'm saying, like, I saw Brian Kilmeade saying, oh well, Democrats just want to, or liberals just want to focus on Jimmy Kimmel, and that's a distraction. I went, you motherfucker! Literally said on national TV that you wanted to kill homeless people. You wanted to delete them. That is worse than anything Jimmy Kimmel has ever fucking said.
Just one more thing, Angel. Sorry, I just wanted to bring up. So that guy who responded to me was like, "Are you serious? You don't know that the fascist history of Tucker Carlson? How do you not know?" It's like, and I'm like, "Okay, so tell me. I would like to know. I asked you. Can you tell me how he's a fascist?" Again, he couldn't give me an example. So,
of course not. Well, Jimmy Kimmel was apparently the reason why they Trump the FCC kind of threatened Disney was because he technically lied about the shooter, and allegedly he was he's a left winger. He put catch fascist. I mean, so technically Jimmy Kimmel lied about it. So since they're using the public trust or the public trust part of the FCC, so if broadcast companies lie or deceptively edit a video or whatever, they get fined by the FCC, for that, and possibly lose their broadcasting license. So, anyways, this is why Disney panicked and took Jimmy Kimmel off the air in order to, placate the Trump administration. So he's off the air. The reason why Brian Kilmeade can get away with it is because he's on cable. And since he's on cable, there's no FCC regulations. So,
Well, that and he
anyways,
also is a Trump dick sucker.
Yeah,
Again, the rich can say whatever the fucking hell they want, but Jimmy Kimmel on, Charlie Kirk and stuff. Charlie Kirk's killer, supposedly, they could be a psyop. It may not even be the right guy. Look at what happened with Luigi.
Yeah,
Luigi
by the
was
way,
just
Luigi,
literally a scapegoat.
I think he's freed. By the way, Luigi. I think he's.
I think they dropped the terrorism charges, but he's still charged with murder, I think. So it's not.
And you can tell by the eyebrows weren't the same. He's literally, this is just all side. We don't even know if they just pinned this on this guy, just, so they could pin it on somebody.
I think the original photo they showed was a woman. It wasn't even a man. It was like female features, especially up here.
That's a
up
man.
Here by the eyes and stuff. Yeah, so let me get to
So this is just a scapegoat. But like they were saying how he's MAGA
Here we go.
and literally that he has a transgender boyfriend or something.
girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Yeah.
Girlfriend, boyfriend.
So,
I mean, that's like a leftist wet dream right there. They're like,
yeah.
oh no, how dare you say that
So they caught.
he's gay.
Yeah, they caught Jimmy Kimmel in that technically a lie, which is why they were able to crash down on him and
I
basically
still
force him
remember
off the
when
air.
Jimmy cried after Trump won. It never gets old.
I don't feel bad for Jimmy Kimmel. I want to make
feel,
that clear.
I
don't
don't feel bad for
him.
Jimmy Kimmel at all. All I'm saying is, do not downplay what Brian Kilmeade said and say it was worse. Like he's saying it's worse. Jimmy Kimmel said stuff worse than he did. No.
Yeah.
You literally said you wanted to kill poor people on national TV.
The reason why he can get away with it because he's on cable, and on top of that, Trump not gonna come after him for that. So
he's
who cares?
the Cuomo of news.
Yeah. Well, since Cowboy Kitty since we're on immigration, Natalia, his sister-in-law, was denied bail once again. This time because she's mentally broke down and cried in court. Her mental health is deteriorating daily.
Mine would be too if you kept me in a fucking detention center.
Sorry. I mean,
yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you for that update. Thank you for that update. But yeah, I mean, so she's still in jail. Has been. I don't know.
Yeah, stupid Nats.
So yeah, it's like. So let's get to Venezuela accuses U.S. of waging undeclared war.
Yep.
So
how dare us let a socialist country actually survive?
Yeah, I'm tired of reading, so I'm just going to let the article, read
Venezuela
itself.
accuses U.S. of waging undeclared war. Caracas. Venezuela on Friday accused the United States of waging an undeclared war
This AI is terrible, by
in
the
the
way.
Caribbean, where Washington has deployed warships and blown up alleged drug boats in recent weeks. It is an undeclared war, and you can already see how people, whether or not they are drug traffickers, have been executed in the Caribbean Sea. Executed without the right to a defense, Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez said as he reported on Venezuelan military exercises in response to the U.S. military threat. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, who the United States accuses of running a drug cartel, announced late Thursday that troops will provide residents of low-income neighborhoods with weapons training. Maduro, for whom Washington has issued a $50 million bounty on drug trafficking charges, accuses the
alleged drug trafficking charges, and not a shred of evidence of that. But they're doing to Maduro what they did to Noriega. If you remember Noriega from Panama, I think it was. They alleged that Noriega was some kind of drug lord, and they just killed him. They didn't arrest him or anything; just murdered him in his palace, in the presidential palace. So.
Donald Trump administration of planning an invasion in pursuit of regime change. The troops will teach all those men and women who enlisted in Venezuela's civilian militia how to handle weapon systems, the leftist strongman said on state television.
Leftist strongman? That's bullshit. It's a bullshit. What's what I'm looking for?
The radical left. The radical.
Yeah, it's like the leftist strongman. Like they're implying that he's a dictator. Basically.
The biggest U.S. naval deployment in the Caribbean in decades and U.S. strikes on at least 2 Venezuelan boats allegedly transporting drugs have stoked fears the United States is planning attacks on Venezuelan territory. The United States also sent F-35 fighter jets to Puerto Rico to support its Caribbean flotilla composed of.
And we talked about this last week. They're remilitarizing Puerto Rico in order to have a staging ground for the invasion of Venezuela. So
7 ships and a nuclear-powered submarine. On Wednesday, Venezuela.
Why is it necessary to have a nuclear-powered submarine like right next to it? That's like, where are they going to nuke Venezuela? They can't use the oil at that point. So.
Launched 3 days of military exercises on its Caribbean island of La Orcala in response to the perceived threat. La Orcala is close to the area where the United States intercepted and held a Venezuelan fishing vessel for 8 hours over the weekend. Imperial plan. President Trump says U.S. forces have knocked off 3 boats, but Washington has only provided details and video footage of 2 of the strikes that killed 14 people described as narco-terrorists by the U.S. leader.
Bullshit. That's not narco-terrorist, not a real thing.
Washington says its operation
The term made up by the Trump administration in order to justify their attacks is they're not just narcos, but they're terrorists now.
are part of its war on drug trafficking and dismisses questions over the legality of the strikes in international waters. Trump has also sought to increase pressure on Maduro, whom the United States and much of the international community does not recognize as Venezuela's rightful president after 2 disputed re-elections. Maduro accused the United States of hacking an imperial
work out for Trump?
So the first term was Juan Guaido. Now the most recent election was allegedly this old man who can barely move and barely function won the election. But
I'm pretty sure
somehow he won the election.
Nicolas Maduro actually won. I'm pretty sure about that. I mean, call me a critic or call me a sucker or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that Nicolas Maduro, whatever the hell his name is, I'm pretty sure he won. Tell me how that Juan Guaido worked out for him.
And that guy running Bolivia, I don't remember his name, but he's still running there, right? Whatever.
Damn, why am I forgetting his name? I know you. Damn, I forgot his name. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. So, anyways, they used in the most recent election, the U.S. used an exit poll from a company here in New Jersey that allegedly proves that Maduro lost the election.
Shut up, Sean.
Here's the issue with that. Exit polling is illegal in Venezuela, so they can't even do exit polling legally. So just made up an exit poll. They blatantly made up an exit poll and act like, oh well, the other guy won. But exit polling is illegal in Venezuela, so they can't even do exit polling. So how the hell did you manage to do an exit poll? I think
plan for regime change and to impose a U.S. puppet government to come and steal our oil. He has repeatedly vowed Caracas will exercise its legitimate right to defend itself against U.S. aggression.
There you go. That's the article. The Venezuela's plan is basically have a civilian militia to basically militarize the entire country and teach them how to use weapons and how to fight. I mean, it's it's an idea, but unfortunately, a civilian militia doesn't have much of a chance against the U.S. military. They're just all going to die, and they're all just going to die. But what can you do if you're Venezuela? I mean, you have to do something. You have to defend yourself somehow. So they basically have a civilian militia who they're gonna basically get killed by the U.S. military if they do invade. So it's just a horrible situation for Maduro and the people of Venezuela there. So thoughts on that? While I'm looking at the next story here.
Well, I mean, again, the U.S. government is not going to let a socialist country survive because they don't want people to know actually what socialism is.
Yeah.
They just hear these words and go, well, communism bad, socialism bad. Why are they bad?
No.
Because my government told me.
They think capitalism is good. That's what they think.
Yeah, capitalism good. Well, why is it good? Because my government told me.
I don't know.
Because my billionaire friend told me. Your billionaire friend hates your fucking guts.
Yep. 100%.
Oh, the billionaire that I suck his dick every day. Might as well suck dick.
True, but it'd be hilarious if America lost the war to Venezuela. Yeah, it would be. I mean, that definitely would
that's
be.
That's when he do the crap dance.
Hey, Craig, how's that?
Oops, I didn't share my screen. The U.S. or Trump rejects $400 million aid package for Taiwan. Wants Taipei to buy American weapons. That's kind of contradictory, but okay. Taiwan has developed a new cruise missile with the help of American defense company. The President Donald Trump refused approval to propose arm package to Taiwan. Trump views the breakaway Chinese region as prosperous enough to purchase American weapons.
China.
So Taiwan right now is in a standoff with China, obviously, because China wants China does want to retake Taiwan, but ultimately Taiwan has the backing of the U.S., so that's not going to happen. Instead, Richard Nixon came up with the One China policy, which basically said it
I
declares
am not a crook.
officially.
I was gonna say I am
Yeah.
not a crook.
Yeah, so officially, Taiwan is part of China, but unofficially they ain't. So, or not, they ain't. They
Ain't
aren't
a
a part of
word.
China. Yeah,
I have to pick
now
on you a
ain't.
little bit, Angel.
Yeah, ain't is technically a word now, but
Okay.
how many times my speech therapist in school said ain't is a word? This is
Yeah,
25,
ain't a
30
word,
years
so you
ago.
ain't using it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Uh-huh.
I just
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to read a funny tweet. It was
Sure.
one of the people I'm following saying, replace Jimmy Kimmel with Jimmy Dore.
You know, that's what I was thinking that. I mean, I was thinking that because
I'll be over
Jimmy
here
Dore would
if you
be
need me.
Jimmy
You don't
would
want
be
to
a
hear him
great
talk
late night
about the
host.
failures of our government and the country and all that stuff?
I plead the fifth.
Oops. Oh, come
China.
on. There you go.
China.
The
Five
ninth
sources speaking.
wonder of the world.
Five
No,
sources
that was
speaking with.
Andre. That wasn't China.
No, Andre was the 8th wonder of the world.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Don't listen to
The
me.
Washington.
I am going to sleep.
The Washington Post confirmed that Trump had rejected a $400 million military aid package for Taiwan. The source described the proposed assistance as more lethal than the arms given to Taipei under President Joe Biden. Last year, Congress gave Washington $1 billion in presidential drawdown authority funds for Taiwan. The PDA
Which
allows the president.
includes the so-called Democrats who hate Trump. They agree with
Yeah,
this.
they all voted
of
for it.
course. Of course. You know, this resistance
course.
isn't much of a resistance. It's just, okay, fine, Trump, I'll suck your dick. All right.
Yeah. The PDA allows the president to send arms from U.S. stockpiles directly to foreign countries. Biden used $571 million to send weapons to Taipei before leaving office, meaning Trump could send Taiwan about $430 million in arms before the U.S. fiscal year ends at the end of September. While President Biden officially used the
Kamala would have
PDA,
done the same thing.
of course he would have done the same thing, to transfer U.S. arms to Ukraine and Taiwan. Trump has been a vocal opponent of military aid. Trump has also stopped using the PDA to arm Kyiv, but has allowed NATO countries to purchase American weapons for Ukraine. So in a roundabout way,
remember he was like, I want people to stop dying. Remember when he said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in a roundabout way, he allows Kyiv to get more weapons through NATO instead of through the U.S. So NATO countries can buy American weapons in order to give to Kyiv, but the U.S. won't give it to them directly. So it's just a roundabout way of doing it, anyways. But Trump can say, "You see, the U.S. is not giving weapons to Kyiv anymore," even though it's a blatant lie because they're doing it in a roundabout way. So this applies again.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Sorry,
So,
honey.
there you go.
I got the voice for it.
or
it was
like
a
that.
meme.
It's like
it was a meme.
Yeah. Or
it was a meme
like
from like 10 years ago.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah. Like,
Sources told the Post another reason Trump did not sign off on military aid is that he believes it will help facilitate a trade agreement with China. So Trump wants that trade deal with China.
China's gonna say fuck off.
Yeah, they could. Last month, the U.S. and Taiwanese officials met to discuss an arms sale. The Post reports that the sale would involve asymmetric military equipment, including drones, missiles, and sensors. Taipei is planning to pass a supplemental defense spending bill to pay for the weapons. Congressional aide told the outlet that the White House notified Capitol of a potential $500 million arms sale to Taiwan this week.
You might remember a few months ago when that Trump supporter Gunner, whatever his last name is, remember when he was like, China will bend the knee? Remember when he said that?
China will bend the knee to who? Trump? In your fucking dreams.
In theory.
It'll be the other way around. Trump will be sucking the dick of the Chinese.
Xi Jinping is never going to bow down to the U.S. because he will lose his power at that point because the Chinese don't want their leader bowing down to Washington. So, Looking to make a trade deal with China, Beijing views Taipei as a renegade region of China. Beijing views Washington's giving arms to Taipei as a violation of the One China policy, which I discussed earlier, and encouraging Taiwanese independence. However, the White House and the sources who spoke with the Post said it was still possible for Trump to reverse course and sign off on the arms package for Taiwan. On Thursday, Chinese Defense Minister Dong Jun condemned external military interference in Taiwan. We would never allow any separatist plot for Taiwan independence to succeed, and we will stand ready to thwart any external military interference at any time, he said. Dong went on to condemn Washington's Cold War mentality,
I see your reactions now.
hegemonism, and protectionism.
I said
So,
nothing.
Yeah, I saw your
Taiwan,
reaction.
Oh yeah, okay. So you saw me laughing. I'm
Taiwan,
not saying anything.
Taiwan is also working to bolster its military with domestically produced missiles. On Thursday, Taiwan's largest arm manufacturer released a prototype of a low-cost autonomous cruise missile. The new munition, was co-developed with American arms firm Anduril. Anduril is owned by Palmer Luckey, a large donor to President Donald Trump's campaigns. Of course, it
Of
is.
course.
So there you go. China is not going to do anything.
China. It's called China.
Yep.
No, it's just
So
China.
Yep. So yeah, that's that story. It's so getting to let's get to Israel because we got plenty of time. There's a lot to talk about.
Oh, how much time you have?
We have about an hour, a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. We can talk all day about Israel.
Yeah.
What did they do now?
They
Of course.
formally invaded
Right in the ass.
Gaza. So they finally put the ground troops into Gaza. So let's go to. I wonder whether I can read this without having an issue. I don't care about that. All right, here we go. You're seeing this, blah blah blah, because script. Yeah, I know I have my ad blocker on, but we'll just have to deal with that because I'm not turning it off. Israel faces global backlash as Gaza invasion deepens isolation. This is from the LA Times, by the way, but I couldn't find
I'll be
any
right
other
back,
story.
guys.
Okay. All right, there you go. As Israel continues a ground offensive to occupy Gaza City, it skirts ever closer to becoming a pariah state. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel is entering diplomatic isolation, a rare admission of the war's effect on Israel's international standing. Well, you're finally admitting the obvious, most countries are pissed off with Israel. Not the US and not most of the European nations who bow down to the US, but everybody else is pissed off. Cascades of condemnation from friends and foes alike, an array of international organizations and rights groups leveling accusations of genocide and war crimes, boycotts across a range of sectors and fields. Why not do BDS? But of course, actually, even calling for BDS is technically illegal for Israel. I mean, most states have banned it, so even though it violates the First Amendment, but whatever. Everyone ignores the First Amendment anyways. As Israel begins its ground offensive to occupy Gaza City, defying international and domestic pressure to negotiate a ceasefire with the militant group Hamas, it skirts ever closer to becoming a pariah state. Israel's entering diplomatic isolation. We'll have to deal with the closed economy. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said at a finance ministry conference on Monday, giving a rare admission of the war's effect on Israel's international standing. He will have to be Athens and Super Sparta, adapting in.
What is he, that character from 300 now?
Yeah, he's pretending to be. We'll have to be Sparta and Athens, basically, or self-sustaining economy. He added. We have no choice.
Israel.
Let's see here. Let me check the chat. Global backlash. The Security Council is tied to by fuckhead vetoes. Yeah, I mean the U.S. vetoes everything when it comes to Israel, anyway. So Netanyahu engaged in damage control on Tuesday, saying that he was talking specifically about Israel's defense industry and that the wider economy was strong and innovative. By then, his words already spooked markets, spurring a sharp fall in Tel Aviv stock exchange and a raft of enraged statements from his political enemies. We are not Sparta. The vision presented will make it difficult for us to survive in an evolving global war or world. Israel's Business Forum, which represents the heads of around 200 of the Israeli economy's largest companies, said in the statement. We are marching towards a political, economic, and social abyss that would endanger our existence in Israel.
Good.
Yep. But, Netanyahu doesn't care because he's an ideologue. He believes in the greater Israel project. Netanyahu has forged ahead with the ground operation despite repeated warnings from allies and adversaries that it would trigger a humanitarian catastrophe, which has already happened. So, for hundreds of thousands of people remaining in what is the enclave's largest urban center. So there's Benjamin Netanyahu there.
And look who's on the right.
There's Chuck Schumer. And I think that's John Thune. And I don't know who these two are. I know who he is, but I forget.
Chuck Schumer.
Yeah, but
Netanyahu
those are
is a great guy.
Those are U.S. senators. So with Netanyahu there. Oh, here we go. The July U.S. visit, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu posed alongside Senators Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, Senator Jim Reich, and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. So even Democrats are all in on the Zionist Israel project here. Even the tanks and armored vehicles steamed into Gaza City's western neighborhood, the independent UN Commission released a report on Tuesday concluding that Israeli authorities and security forces have the genocidal intent to destroy, in whole or part, of the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip.
I mean, it seems like the only politicians have been at least speaking out against the Israel stuff are Thomas Massey and MTG.
There's no need for this UN report because we already know this. So I don't know. It was the most recent number of international organizations, right groups accusing Netanyahu's government of committing genocide. The Israeli government dismissed the commission's report as falsehoods. They're not falsehoods, but that's a claim from Netanyahu and his government. The European Commission on Wednesday decided on a partial suspension of trade agreement between European Union and Israel. The move could involve imposing tariffs on Israeli goods entering the Union. The measure, EU's top diplomat Kaja Kallas said in a statement on X, is aimed at pressuring Israel's government to change course over the war in Gaza, which they're not going to do because the U.S. has their back completely. Western governments, including some of Israel's most loyal supporters, castigated the decision to invade, with Germany's foreign minister slamming it as a completely wrong path, and France saying the campaign had no military logic. Well, it's not about military logic. It's about removing what's left of the Palestinians and beginning to build their dream city, in Gaza. Yvette Cooper, Britain's foreign secretary, said it was utterly reckless and appalling, while Irish President Michael Higgins, a routinely vociferous critic of Israel, said the UN must look to exclude countries practicing genocide and those who are supporting genocide with armaments, i.e., the US. But nobody's going to go after the US and the UN, so it's big waste of time and just kind of grandstanding, honestly. Meanwhile, many nations, including traditional U.S. allies of Australia, Britain, Canada, and others, are expected to recognize Palestine at the United Nations General Assembly in defiance of intense diplomatic pressure from Washington. Pope Leo XIV weighed in on Wednesday on the carnage in Gaza, expressing his deep solidarity with the Palestinians who continue to live in fear and survive in unacceptable conditions, being forcibly displaced once again from their lands. He's called for a ceasefire. Israel's military pressed on with the offensive Wednesday, leveling buildings in Gaza City's north, west, south, and east. Actually, it's north, west, south. Might as well be east, too. Residents and local reporters said Palestinian health authorities in the enclave said 50 people have been killed since dawn Wednesday, adding to a death toll that exceeds 65,000 people since October 7, 2023, which is it's a egregious undercount. It has to be more than 65,000.
Oh
It would take months to fully occupy Gaza City, Israeli military leader says. So it'll take months. It won't even be a simple operation. It'll take months, and it'll cost so many lives that I don't. I mean, this is just outrageous. It's unclear whether the U.S. supports the ground invasion. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said President Donald Trump
Rubio.
prefers a negotiated settlement, but seemed reluctant to exert any pressure to stop Israel's incursion. Trump, after professing, "I don't know too much about the offensive," warned Hamas against using
Yeah,
hostages
sure.
and human shields. So,
Yeah, sure.
allegedly, Trump
We
doesn't know
believe.
anything. He doesn't know anything. So, if that's the truth,
Just
it's
like when he
just
said, "I don't know anything about Assange." Remember when he said
yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
You understand that? So that applies to Trump there because I don't know how
Yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Neighboring Arab nations perceived the ground operation in the latest in a series of moves over the last 2 years that demonstrate Israel has little interest in peace, noting the bombings this month in Lebanon, Syria, Qatar, and Yemen. They say Israel has become destabilizing player in the region, as Iran has long been. Prospects for Saudi Arabia to join the Abraham Accords and normalization agreements between some Arab states and Israel forged during Trump's first term appear dimmer than ever. In the United Arab Emirates, a founding and enthusiastic member of the Accords, have said the agreements are under threat if Netanyahu goes ahead with plans to annex the occupied West Bank. This is what he's going to do. The fallout has spread to the cultural arena. On Tuesday, Spain joined Ireland, the Netherlands, Slovenia, saying they would boycott the Eurovision contest if Israel were to join. I assume it's some kind of soccer tournament. I don't really know. If Israel were to join last week, Flanders Festival Ghent, a Belgian music festival, withdrew its invitation for the Munich Philharmonic to play there because the orchestra's conductor is Lav Shani, who's also the music director of the Israeli Philharmonic. I don't know what that is. In August, Israel's actor Gal Gadot blamed pressure on Hollywood celebrities to
Gal
speak out
Gadot.
against
I think that's how
Israel.
it's pronounced.
Gal Gadot, whatever, for the poultry
Cut a
box office
towel. What?
returns for Snow White.
Kiss a cow. What? What are you talking about? What you want, Willis?
Gal Gadot is like, well, she blamed Israel, Hollywood celebrities speaking out against Israel for her horrible box office returns for Snow White. Oh, that's your fault because you're a terrible actress. I've seen some of her movies, and she's like not
Hello,
good at all.
no.
Uh, Israel much vaunted arms industry, which has used the war in Gaza as proof of concept for its wares.
Or remember when she was like, "I need you to give me the stone. Where is it?"
Proved to be relatively resistant to opium is effective. So the U.S. remains by far Israel's largest supplier of weapons. A number of European governments have imposed complete or partial arm embargoes and prevented Israeli manufacturers from participating in defense expos. This week, organizers for the Dubai Air Show, one of the largest aerospace trade events, reportedly barred Israeli defense firms from taking part. A reversing in policy in recent years that saw them take pride of place in similar events.
Seems like everybody's turning on Israel now.
Yeah, except for the U.S., but that's the only country that matters because the U.S. turns it back on Israel. They're done. Similarly, beginning next year, Israelis will not be able to attend programs at the Royal College of Defense Studies in London, a prestigious institution that allows enrollment from the British Armed Services and roughly 50 UK partner nations. The UK military, of course, blah blah blah, Friday, blah blah, I don't care. They must be a diplomatic solution to end this war now, the statement said, with an immediate ceasefire, the return of hostages, and a surge in humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza. Thank God that's the end of that article because my throat's getting tired. So, yeah, that's one example of Israel just blatantly invading Gaza, which is highly illegal. But it doesn't stop them, and it will never stop them because the U.S. has their back. Oh, by the way, Donald Trump wants to re-invade Afghanistan. That's a new thing he came out with today. So he wants boots on the ground in Afghanistan again. For what? Yeah, you get the Taliban would just go back to their caves and wait you out another 10 or 15 years, and then the U.S. would leave, and then guess what? The Taliban's back in power again.
So that means
Again,
we're
this
gonna
is
get
not
WWE
about.
Christmas. So that means we're gonna get WWE Christmas in Iraq or Afghanistan again.
Well, not only that,
yeah,
but this
no
was never
shows.
about winning or catching Al Qaeda or Al Qaeda, whatever the fuck the hell they're called.
Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda. Yeah.
This is never about that. This is literally they just want boots on the ground so they can fuck with more Middle Easterns.
Yep. All right.
How about we put
so-
boots on the ground in Israel, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we gonna get canceled now? Cancel me, motherfuckers. Fuck Israel.
Yep. Let's see where. So we got
It's so cringe when I see all these politicians going to Jerusalem and praying on that wall. It's just like
It's like
They're like,
might as well have small dicks come out of the wall so they can just go ah.
half of Americans, half.
yeah,
Really?
I wanted to go through this. Half of Americans.
Yeah,
Who is
half
polling
Americans.
this shit? Who is polling these people?
Yeah, half of Americans believe Israel's gone too far in Gaza. Under 4 in 10 approved of Trump's handling of the conflict in Israel. So, out of every 10 Americans, only 4 approve of it. A new poll shows that half Americans say Israel's onslaught in Gaza has gone too far. Israel has killed at least 65,000 Palestinians. That's an egregious undercount, but that's the count we're
And
going
this is
with
where
here.
Bernie's saying, what Israel, what the Netanyahu government is doing to Gaza is unacceptable, but Israel still has the right to defend itself.
Yeah,
Hey, Bernie, go suck a dick.
It's outrageous. And hundreds of thousands of people have been pushed into a state of famine. The AP NORC survey asked Americans if Israel's military operations in Gaza has gone too far. 49% of respondents says Israel has gone too far. It's not even 50%. While 12% replied Israel had not gone far enough. So 12% of people are maniacally psychotic in the U.S. So by this poll,
Especially Randy Fine.
Oh yeah, I mean he's like
that fat fuck.
outrageously fucking, maniacal.
I just love it when people always share that pic. He's like, whatever that pic is from him.
He's fat.
Yeah, he's fat.
Several international organizations have deemed Israel to be committing the crime of genocide. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene and Senator Bernie Sanders are among a small number of American lawmakers
he doesn't.
who have said it. They said Israel is conducting a genocide in Gaza.
Yeah,
so
he said it, but
he said it like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, on Tuesday, an independent UN inquiry released a report.
After all the times he said, what do you mean? Describe a genocide. What is a genocide? All these years he was saying,
I don't know what's a genocide. The responsibility of these atrocity crimes lies with Israeli authorities, the highest echelons, who have orchestrated a genocidal campaign for almost 2 years now, with the specific intent of destroying the Palestinian group in Gaza. Duh, you don't need a report for that again. Over the past 23 months, Israel's reduced most of the strip to rubble. The Gaza Health Ministry has recorded 65,000 deaths. It's egregious undercount, but they're doing their best because they don't have much to work with anyways. The true death toll is unclear as tens of thousands of Palestinians are believed to be dead under the rubble. Still, President Donald Trump is giving Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu near unconditional support to wage war. Overall, Americans disapprove of Trump's handling of the war. AP Nordic.
Again, I just want to point out, all of the shit lips who talk about, it's Trump that's doing all this, but when Biden was doing this, like,
nope, silence. They don't. Mum's the word, because Kamala Harris running for president, and they literally kicked out Palestinian activists from her campaign rallies. I mean, they would boo them and kick them out of the building. And now all of a sudden they're outraged and virtue signaling about how horrible Trump is doing in Israel.
Especially Al Green, who never said anything about that when Biden was president, and now when Trump's president, now he all of a sudden cares,
They're fucking virtue signaling and grandstanding, talking about how horrible Trump is doing in Israel. When Kamala Harris would have done the same exact thing.
Exactly.
AP North Pole.
Remember, Kamala is tirelessly working on a ceasefire.
Yeah. Tirelessly. as vice president when she has no power or authority. Joe Ev's up to Joe Biden, who is barely there as it is. Brain, I mean. Poll only found 37% of Americans approve of Trump-Israel policy, while 3 and 4 Republicans approve of president's handling of the conflict. Look at this: 3 out of 4 Republicans approve now. Even though under Biden they were all virtue signaling and grandstanding and talking about how terrible it was in Israel. But as soon as Trump becomes president, just like that, they are in favor of it. Democrats and independents overwhelmingly oppose Trump's Israel policy for now.
I don't believe about the Democrats.
Yeah, for now. But as soon as a Democrat gets back in power, they all of a sudden be in favor of it again, or ignore it. One or the other. It depends who you're talking about here. Either they'll ignore it or they'll outright support it. Everybody in Washington, everybody in the center of power, this applies to for
You
sure.
call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you...
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh, no.
CBC says, I love this show. Well, thank you. I appreciate the support. Let's see here.
Want to also go over, how Kash Patel was embarrassed during the hearings? I think it was a couple days ago.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. I mean, I saw, so I'm not sure what the hearings were about, but
it was about mainly his handling of the Epstein files,
Again, the administration is desperately trying to hide those Epstein files.
Yeah, they literally voted on it, and they voted to block it from being released. So that just proves my point. And literally, everyone was saying, "Oh no, but Thomas Massey, yeah, he's become a big baby face because literally they're trying to make him one." But every one of those motherfuckers in Washington and in Hollywood are fucking pedophiles.
Well, to be fair, I think I don't think it's Massey that's doing it just recently. I think he's been doing it for like at least a few years now.
Well, they've been trying to build him as a baby face for years, yes, but he's still a piece of shit.
No.
He's the most consistent member of Congress.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't know if I go that far.
It's all pro wrestling, baby.
Yeah, he's the most consistent member of Congress on this, but whoever's in that Epstein files, again, I have to play this again because
you call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you...
Yep.
But
that applies to everybody in those files.
To respond to Kirk Boss, we need John Wick and also Ballerina.
John Wick. I mean, I love those movies.
Go see Ballerina, by the way. That was really good as well. At least I thought it was really good.
I didn't really like the John Wick movie, sorry.
We got Abby here. What's up? We got Kirk Boss here. What's good? Imagine the horror films and hauntings, all the villas in the Gaza coast. Oh God. That's going to be one of the most haunted places on the planet if they build it, once they take over that city and build it out.
I wonder if Michael Moore would have the balls to do that like he did with...
No, bring Shotzi and Scarlett. They have a ghost hunting show on YouTube. If you want to look it up, just look up Shotzi and Scarlett. I would trust Shotzi and Scarlett to ghost hunt in the Gaza Strip than fucking any of the fucking Hollywood pedophiles.
This is from the Libertarian Institute.
Oh my.
Yep. So Trump is preparing another $6 billion arm package for Israel. It's never enough.
Of course.
It's never enough money. The White House informed Congress is preparing a massive arms sale to Israel, including attack helicopters and military vehicles. The weapons will be paid for with U.S. military aid. According to the Wall Street Journal, the total value of the weapons deal is $6 billion. The sale of $3.8 billion for 30 AH-64 Apache helicopters and $1.9 billion deal for 3,250 infantry assault vehicles. Why does Israel need all this when Gaza's already a rubble and there's no enemies there in Gaza? They don't need all this. This is just overkill and a war crime.
This is where I wish Iran would continue to bomb Israel.
Yeah, but Iran is...
Boom, boom, Tel Aviv. Did you see that song, guys?
Yeah, Iran is kind of a... they're scared. They don't want to poke the bear too much with the U.S. If they keep bombing Israel, then they're definitely... Yeah, the U.S. Washington's itching for a war anyways with Iran, so they don't want to give them a reason.
Yeah, that boom boom Tel Aviv. This is what
Hey.
you get for all your evil deeds. I want to see that again. You know.
Yeah, the report of the package follows Israel's attempt to assassinate Hamas leadership in Qatar, which we covered last week. They bombed Qatar in order to try to kill Hamas leadership, even though Qatar had nothing to do with this war, but they bombed it anyway. So now they pissed them off. The strikes angered Doha, a major non-NATO U.S. ally. Qatar is also committed to investing $1 trillion in the U.S. economy and gifted Trump a luxury aircraft. This is the country that gave Trump that plane. Basically, they're building it out for him. That opulent, over-the-top, ridiculous
This is where
plane
you
that
wish
they
the
gave him.
so spray painted on Trump's plane.
Yeah. Yeah. Additionally, we covered that too in the show a few months ago. Additionally, the Additionally, the assassination attempt, I got tongue-tied there, prevented Trump from initiating talk to end the war in Gaza and free the Israeli hostages. Excuse me. By the way, Netanyahu doesn't want to free those hostages because why? Because he needs them there in order to excuse to keep attacking. So he wants them there. He wants them kidnapped by Hamas and kept there for his excuse to continue the war. If there's a hostage trade, there's no way Netanyahu has no justification to continue the war. The strike occurred as Hamas leadership was meeting to discuss the proposal sent by Trump. It seems like the U.S. kind of set up Hamas there to be bombed because how did Israel know about this meeting?
Door that it was Israel who was planning, for Hamas to bomb Israel, or whatever it was. It was Israel's plan, or
Yeah, I speculate, but I think the Trump administration set up Hamas to be bombed there. Qatar said that the attempted assassination ended
Oh,
any
wait.
chance of reaching.
No, I'm talking about before, like, when Biden was still president.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the
I'm sorry,
most
I
recent
didn't see
one.
the rest of Kai's comment. He said, "Been driving, but listening, lurking, not sucking a dick."
Thank you for listening. The United States of Israel. Abby's absolutely right. I mean, we're owned. The U.S. government is controlled by Netanyahu and has been for decades.
It's President Netanyahu now, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
The White
President
House has pushed.
Netanyahu and Vice President Trump.
That's it.
The White House has pushed for congressional leadership to endorse the sale, even after Israeli striking Qatar. Israel's in the process of ethnically cleansing Palestinians from Gaza. The onslaught has been primarily conducted by Israel using American weapons. A large number of civilians have been killed by Israeli forces. Additionally, Israeli siege of Gaza has created a famine, and hundreds of Palestinians have starved to death. Since taking office, Trump has approved the multiple arms sales to Israel, including a $3 billion sale in bombs. There you go.
Any president's going to do it. It's
Of course. I guarantee you Kamala Harris would have approved any arms deals too, and liberals would have.
And Bernie would have done it
Nothing.
too. Bernie would have done it
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And MAGA would be screaming from the, "Oh my God, how could you do this with Israel?
Why did you guys do it? We wanted to do it.
We wanted
All
to
roads
suck the
lead
dick.
back.
Why do you get to suck the dick all the time?"
Yeah. I assume she meant all roads lead back to Israel. It's unreal. Yeah. It's 100% true. I mean, Israel
And Fred,
pretty much.
what I want some wings. Give me some wings. Wings.
Oops. Did I close that page? But I did. Hold on. So, yeah, I mean, we got Israel. Shit. I mean, I could talk about how fucked up Israel is all day long. Starvation is everywhere. I mean,
WrestleMania took place in like Tel Aviv. Could you imagine?
Yes. Because TKO and WWE are nothing but grubby,
but I mean, like, also
grubby, evil people, greedy, evil
outrage.
people.
I mean, it's just like now they really fucked up.
Well, it's almost as bad as Saudi.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Starvation is everywhere. Virtual tours of Gaza clinics expose the scale of the horror. What does this say?
Can
This
we
article
please not see
contains
this?
disturbing images of starving Gazan children. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but yeah, this is horrible.
If they have a
I
audio
mean,
clip to play, but I guess they don't.
yeah, I don't see it, but I'm not going to go through it anyways because I read this article before the show, but there's a lot of pictures of kids starving and stuff, and I think that's a trigger. That's a trigger warning for most of the audience, but I'm not going to go through this article. I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to.
As a mom, it makes me like I can't hug my son because he went to his dad's house this weekend. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, for me, I know that's not going to be my son. If I have to give up my own life for my son, I don't want to see. I don't want to imagine that being my son because it's not going to be.
Yeah.
Because I will
Or-
hurt every
or-
rich person to make sure that he eats.
All right, remember Vince McMahon? The product of my semen, my son Shane. I remember when he said that.
Well, it's not the product of my semen, but okay.
Yeah. So
Wrong equipment there. Wrong equipment.
wow.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, I'm not. I don't know what to say about that, but yeah. I mean, Israel.
You could say I'm a woman because I am a legit woman, y'all.
But what
That's
is
the
Yeah.
right equipment. Yeah, Rudd is a woman, right? Now, a woman should be, whatever we decide it to be. Not a woman has tits and a vagina. Come on.
Yep. So
Women
is
should have dicks
again.
too.
We
I
got
guess.
more. We got more brutal murders of Palestinians and stuff. Israel strikes pound Gaza. At least 83 Palestinians killed over another 24-hour period. I feel like we cover one of these every single week, but it's the Israeli military launched heavy strikes against Gaza on Thursday as the ground forces expanded operations in the area. Israeli bombs hit near 2 hospitals in the city, killing 19. Again, they're targeting hospitals on purpose. Medical sources reported to Al Jazeera that 83 people were killed in Gaza in the past 24 hours. The heaviest bombardment occurred in Gaza City, where the Israeli military was attempting to take full control. The Israeli battle plans called for a 3-phase operation. Stage 1 and 2 of the operation called for the largest ever bombing campaign in Gaza. One Palestinian in Gaza described the Israeli operation as never ending. Their artillery fire, airstrikes, quadcopter, and drone gunfire. The bombing never stops. Oops.
That's actually
Israeli is
true,
ordered.
Kurt Boss. Only they instead of having many Egyptian gods like they had in Egypt, they brought it to one god and then made it. You had to believe in
Yeah.
that god, or we would, delete you. So
Uh-huh.
you're actually correct. You're very correct.
Yeah. Wait, what is that? Sorry. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Israel has ordered an evacuation in Gaza City, but residents say they have nowhere safe to go and cannot afford transportation out of the city. A Palestinian explained that the world doesn't understand what's happening. They want us to evacuate south, but wherever we live, there are no tents, no transport, no money. They don't want you to transport. They don't want you to go south. They want to kill you. That's why they're saying that, but you have no way to get there.
Be
So
like, you don't want to go anywhere? All right, I'm gonna have to bomb you then. Sorry.
the
Well,
armed
even if they
wing
do
of
go somewhere, literally they get them to
they'll
that
bomb that
one
area.
city. They'll bomb that city anyway. So
Yeah, they'll
they
bomb
get them
that
in a
city
large
anyways.
group and go, oh well, we told them to move
Oh.
and we hit the wrong
Oh.
city. Sorry.
So as usual, the excuse would be either we made a mistake or Hamas was there, so we had to bomb them.
Like, hey,
Yep.
As Gene Snitsky would say, that wasn't my fault.
The armed wing of Hamas has prepared to fight invading Israeli soldiers. We're ready to send the lives of your soldiers to hell, and we're prepared for you an army of martyrs. The group said in a statement. Gaza will be a cemetery for your soldiers. On Thursday, 4 Israeli soldiers were killed and 3 were injured by a roadside bomb in Gaza. Tel Aviv reports a total of 469 soldiers killed in Gaza since October 7, 2023. In a separate attack near the Jordanian border, the driver of an aid truck got out of his vehicle and opened fire on Israeli soldiers. 2 Israeli soldiers were killed before a border guard killed a Jordanian gunman. Tel Aviv said the gunman may have 3 accomplices. So a gunman who was in an aid truck decided to come out and start shooting the IDF soldiers. He managed to kill 2 of them before he was killed. So, yeah. So more of the same in Israel. And it won't stop until they kill or displace every single Palestinian. And the U.S. won't do anything because they support it, no matter who's in charge.
The
Could
only
be
thing they're
Kamala
going to
Harris.
do is they're going to do the same thing over here. Again, Brian Kilmeade said we should just kill them. They want to kill poor people. That's what they want to do. So I don't know how to get it through people's fucking heads that the rich do not like you. The rich, what they do over there, just like Jimmy Dore said, what they do over there, they will do over here.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Well, I didn't know he said that.
Oh yeah, he said that multiple times.
Oh, okay.
No, fuck that. So the Trump troop deployment in the U.S. climbed to 35,000 troops.
That's right.
In
Fuck
different
Israel.
cities around the country. They've gone to Chicago, to California, to Memphis. Trump is planning to send military to Memphis. So eventually, I guarantee you end up in all 50 states, especially blue states. Trump will send the military into blue states in order to fight crime and to get illegals and deport
Law
them.
and order.
All it
Law and
is
order.
15-minute cities, baby. Get ready for yours.
No. It's not 15 minutes. It's 3 minutes. Get it?
Yeah.
Oh. So again, why is this? Oh my god. I do want to go through this. So, no, thank you. All right, here we go. So let's look at this. Here we go. Google secretly handed ICE data about pro-Palestinian student activists.
Of
So now
course.
Google is assisting. I'm not going to do the whole article, but Google is secretly helping out ICE in order to deport illegals. Google handed over the Gmail account information to ICE before notifying the student or giving the opportunity to challenge the subpoena. So ICE subpoenaed Google for their the Gmail account of some pro-Palestine student activists. Google, without even telling him, handed over the information. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we gave your information to ICE. Sorry, we didn't give you a chance
Not
to challenge it
sorry.
or anything.
We're a bunch of pedophiles. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck you, Google.
Yep. Unfortunately, Google is like, we need them. We need them for Gmail accounts. I mean, unfortunately, there's gonna be. It's like this world is turning into cyberpunk world. Cyberpunk 2077. I'm thinking of corporations control everything. They control our lives. There is a rich
Not
cabal
mine.
who's all rich and
The
powerful.
disaster version of Cyberpunk or the fixed version?
I was gonna say we're not gonna live that long. The
Well,
rich will
no,
literally
but
delete us by then. But I agree with Kurt Boss. Yeah, you're correct, Kurt Boss there, because he literally Washington D.C. and Hollywood are literally criminal central. They are the criminal central because they're the fucking pedophiles. They're the ones who are diddling the kids.
So authorities began rounding up international students who were speaking out about Israel's war in Gaza earlier this spring. There was a sense of fear among campus activists.
Genocide, not war.
Yeah, The Intercept wrote war here. So, I mean, they're obviously trying to, downplay what's going on in Israel. Two graduates of Cornell University, Mamadou Tall and Amalia Thomas Johnson, were so worried that they'd be targeted that they fled their dorms to lay low in a house outside of Ithaca, New York. As they feared Homeland Security investigations, the Intelligence Division of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement was intent on tracking them both down. As agents scrambled to find Tall and Thomas Johnson, HSI sent subpoenas to Google and Meta for sensitive data information about their Gmail, Facebook, and Instagram accounts.
Of course. And here's the thing. This is just like the Underground Railroad, only now it's in HD.
Yeah. So now they have to flee and hide out in upstate New York.
4K.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Thomas Johnson's in case the Intercept found Google handed over data to ICE before notifying him or giving an opportunity to challenge the subpoena. By the time he found out about the data demand, Thomas Johnson already left the U.S. So they drove him out of the country, which was the whole point. He was so scared they drove him out of the country. During the first Trump administration, tech companies publicly fought the federal subpoenas on behalf of their users who were targeted for protected speech, sometimes with great fanfare. With ICE ramping up its use of dragnet tools to meet its deportation quotas and smoke out non-citizens who protest Israel's war in Gaza, Silicon Valley's willingness to accommodate these kind of subpoenas put those who speak out at greater risk. Well, the first term, they were all virtue signaling assholes who were fighting Trump. Now, the second term, they're like, let's just help him. Fuck it. Lindsay Nash, a professor, blah, blah, studied ICE use administrative subpoenas. She says he was concerned, not surprised about Google complied with the subpoena about Thomas Johnson's account without notifying him. Subpoenas can be easily used if the person never knows, Nash told The Intercept. Hell, Google could have, or the government could have subpoenaed all our Gmail accounts and email addresses and Facebook and Twitter. We never know about it because they don't tell us. So they can have all our emails or our sensitive, information or whatever, and we don't know about it.
Oh, we
It's
know.
problematic.
It's just that some people choose not to, know, or they want to be ignorant about it. Look, every
Yeah.
website, every fucking porn site, everything you've ever been on in your fucking life, they know about.
ICE agents sent the administrative subpoenas to Google and Meta by invoking a broad legal provision that gives immigration officers authority to demand documents relating to the privilege of any person to enter, re-enter, reside, or pass through the United States. One recent study based on ICE records found that agents invoke the same provision hundreds of times each year in administrative subpoenas to tech companies. Another study found ICE subpoenas to tech companies and other private entities overwhelmingly sought information that could be used to locate ICE targets.
Yeah,
So these are
respond to Golden Monarch. We already discussed that earlier, that they voted for Charlie Kirk national holiday. We already discussed that earlier. So
Charlie Kirk Day is now forever. Now that's like what, a federal holiday now all of a sudden that we have a day off from work or whatever. So
No,
I don't know.
and I'm not going to take a day off of work to literally celebrate a fucking pedophile who talked about fascist shit. Fuck
Yeah.
Charlie
So
Kirk.
basically, ICE is using these are overusing these administrative subpoenas in order to get everybody's information and then use that to try to find them and deport them. Yeah, I guarantee you they're doing this with citizens just to have our information, just in case, if they need it. They're not
Absolutely
just doing
correct,
it with illegal
sir.
aliens. They're not doing it just with illegal aliens. They're doing it with everybody.
Yep.
it was
Using
never
that as
about.
an excuse.
It was never about aliens, yeah. It was never about terrorists. It was never about keeping us safe. It's about getting our information so they can use it against us if we hurt the Weedle feelings. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Go suck a dick. And
Yeah,
fuck Israel,
everybody who.
too.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Yeah. Hey Macy, you're here too.
Macy.
Oops, I forgot to share again. It's like I
You
don't
just
share.
me,
Hold on.
Macy. Ooh, ooh.
Figure I'd cover this too. Nvidia would take a $5 billion stake in Intel, joining the U.S. government as a major shareholder. So we talked about this, I think, last week, where the U.S. government bought like 5% of Nvidia, the chip manufacturer, the Intel chip manufacturer. So Nvidia said on Thursday it would buy $5 billion worth of Intel's common stock, becoming another major shareholder in the beleaguered company just weeks after the U.S. government took a roughly 10% stake in the company. So remember when the Republicans are against socialism? Not really, because Donald Trump just bought 10% of Nvidia with U.S. government money. So
Only
we're
socialism for the poor.
For the rich, you mean?
No, they're for socialism for the rich. They're against socialism for the poor.
Yeah. It's just socialism for the rich because the Nvidia is struggling right now, or not Nvidia. Just
AMD.
read it. Intel.
Oh,
Intel's struggling right now, so they put a bunch of money into it, and I guarantee the U.S. government is not going to give the American people any dividends from this company
Well,
from the
AMD's
10% stake.
that's not better than Intel, so.
Again, from Brian Kilmeade, they know what they want to do with poor people. Just ask Brian Kilmeade.
Yeah.
Funny how his last name is Kilmeade.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the tech
the
company,
irony.
the tech giant which makes artificial intelligence chips will pay $23.28 per share, said in the press release. The purchase would give Nvidia around 4% or more of Intel after new shares are issued to complete the deal. Reuters reported, blah, blah, blah. That's the stock. Intel stock surged 22.77% on Thursday, posted their single biggest gain since 1987. Nvidia shares,
We were a year old.
meanwhile, gained 3.49%. Last month, U.S. President Donald Trump announced that Intel announced that the government was making an $8.9 billion investment in Intel's common stock, with Trump calling it a great American company that has even more incredible future. This is a great deal for America, and so a great deal for Intel, Trump wrote on Truth Social at the time. So Donald Trump is approving socialist deals in order to get the U.S. government involved in a chip company. I
You know,
thought
like
the
how
Republicans were against socialism.
nicknames. Why call him Hypocrite Don?
Call
Yeah.
him something.
So that's so now Nvidia is being put in with new cash. Uh, so whoops. Oh, this is interesting. So Intel Golden says whoops, Intel may as well go bankrupt, but nope.
No,
Yeah,
the
the U.S.
government's going to
government.
put all kinds of money
Mhm.
into it because that's their bread and butter so that they can take over and put chips in your brain. I will
The
comply.
whole
I
point.
will suck government dick. Oh my god.
It's like that
I
SpongeBob
don't
meme.
want to
Like
subscribe.
you take the brain out of the person, or what?
Yeah.
All right. So the U.S. Treasury sanctions Sinaloa cartel faction Los Mayos in Mexico. So somehow the U.S. Treasury Department on Thursday announced sanctioned members of the Sinaloa cartel faction known as the Los Mayos, one of the groups that tormented Sinaloa capital in an ongoing war for total control. The move came at the same day the U.S. Undersecretary of the Treasury for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, John K. Hurley, is visiting Mexico after the Trump administration designated Sinaloa cartel as a terrorist group earlier this year. Hurley's meeting with U.S. Mexican authorities and business leaders to discuss strategy for combating drug trafficking, cartel operations, and illicit financing. The U.S. Treasury Department said in a statement that the official main message will be that the department will not allow Mexico-based drug cartels to access the U.S. financial system, which is bullshit
Not
because they all
me
have
either,
access.
Macy.
They all have access to the U.S. financial system, and they all do.
Yeah, they all
Remember
do.
the HSBC or that bank, that basically laundered Mexican cartel money just a few
Yep.
years ago. It came out, and they
Yep.
only paid what I think it was a $10 million fine. No executives were arrested. No executives were charged with crimes. The company only paid $10 million fine, and
That's because rich
everybody
people are above the
move on
law.
with themselves.
It's only poor
And
people
they
that go
keep.
to jail.
Oh, by the way, they keep all the profits from the money laundering, so they're
Mhm.
allowed to keep all that profit.
Yep.
So banks are continuing to do this in the U.S. I don't care that Trump administration put sanctions and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, not allowed to access U.S. banking systems." Trust me, they'll find a way around that um, sanction, and they'll continue to do it. They continue to send money to the U.S. and hide it there in banks. It's part of an ongoing effort by the Trump administration to crack down on the cartels, in addition to pressuring Mexico's government to more aggressively pursue the criminal
It's
group.
none of our fucking business.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I
That's
like
why.
Fred's comment. Call 1-800 Hot Wings and order some on Angel's tab. Fred, we love you, okay?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, it's none of our fucking business to do this shit. Stay out of it.
But
The thing is, no
that's
one's going to
why.
do nothing because rich people are above the law and poor people are not.
Mm-hmm.
Two-tiered system, and guess what? We are
Yep.
not it.
The U.S.
A big club, and we ain't in
I
it.
mean, excuse me. The cartels, they won't touch or kill Americans because they're afraid of the U.S. military invasion.
Yep.
They accidentally killed 2 Americans recently, a cartel member, and they gave back the bodies of these 2 Americans who were tourists and apologized for it. And the cartels never apologized for killing anybody, but they apologized for killing these 2 Americans because they don't want Trump giving an excuse to invade or to bomb them further. So that's how they don't want to fuck with the U.S. government. On Thursday, U.S. Treasury sanctioned the entirety of the Los Mayos, the leader of its armed wing, Juan Jose Ponce Felix. as well as 5 people and 15 companies with alleged connection to the group along the U.S. Mexico border. It froze all the assets of those listed in the sanctions and blocked any transactions with them or any related entities or businesses. It also sanctioned another local gang affiliated with the cartel known as Los Rugrats.
What?
Rugrats.
They're known as Los Rugrats. Yeah, so
They're Rugrats, y'all. All right. Who in the 90s did not watch that show? All right.
Oh, I did.
I did too.
As a kid, yeah.
I also watched what was it, Marco's Modern Life or
Rocco's Modern Life, Doug,
Yeah,
and
one too.
all that shit.
I did
all
too.
that shit.
Mexico transfers 26 cartel figures wanted by U.S. authorities in deal with the Trump administration. Let's see. It's from August 12th. It's an old story, but I didn't know about this, so I'm gonna go with it. Mexico sent 26 high-ranking cartel figures to the United States Tuesday in latest major deal with the Trump administration as American authorities ratchet up pressure, criminal networks smuggling drugs across the border. Those handed over to U.S. custody include Abigail Gonzalez Valencia, the leader of Los Cunis, a group closely aligned with notorious cartel Jalisco New Generation, or CJNG. Another defendant, Roberto Salazar, is wanted in connection with the 2008 killing of a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy. And other prominent figures tied to the Sinaloa cartel and other violent drug trafficking groups. The transfers are a milestone for the Trump administration, which has made dismantling major drug cartels a key Justice Department priority. Second time in 3 months that Mexico has expelled cartel figures accused of narcotic smuggling, murder, and other crimes amid mounting pressure from the Trump administration to curb the flow of drugs in American streets. You know how Trump can curb the flow of drugs in the American streets? Stop the CIA from doing it.
Yeah, stop the CIA from helping the cartels. Breaking news: Corey Graves just took an F5.
What?
I know. I just saw it.
He must have been interviewing Brock Lesnar, and he got
Well,
that
it was either
5.
Michael Cole or him, and you have Corey Graves going, no, 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 no. So then Brock Lesnar grabs him and just literally gives him an F5.
Well, he was going to take the bump because Michael Cole was like too old to be taking bumps at this point.
It was funny when Brock Lesnar kind of embraced his pants ripping. He thought it was.
Oh yeah, that was last week. Yeah, he ripped his pants and.
Yep, I would say it was funny how he embraced it. He went along with it, you know.
So we get the point there. If the administration really wants to stop drug trafficking, they should stop the CIA from doing it. But
I just want to mention, what was the point of R-Truth cutting his hair if he's gonna act just like R-Truth again? I don't understand. It's like, what the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I think the WWE has been inconsistent in their booking this year. I mean, it's not as good as past years. I don't know if Triple H is burning out or what, but it seems like the booking is not as good as it was the first 2 years he took over.
You've seen all the videos of saying Vince McMahon's WWE was much better, and at least in the early 2000s, I agree.
Well, I talked about on my show this morning, or this afternoon, I should say, when I actually recorded the whole thing about TKO and WWE. They were shaming Vince McMahon, shaming him for how dare you allow poor people in the fucking door. Oh, shame on you, Vince. How dare you? I mean, they literally, this is what the fuck they were shaming Vince McMahon for letting families come in and actually watch wrestling and enjoy it. No, fuck you, TKO. Fuck you. And all your fucking rich fucking freaks.
I heard the investor call where Mark Shapiro basically said that Vince didn't maximize enough profit because he was worried about bringing in families.
Yeah, how dare you let a bunch of poor people come through the door, Vince? Don't you know we have a society to run?
Abby's right.
Yourself, TKO.
Look at all those
tickets
now.
Oh, $100,000 for a WrestleMania ticket.
$100,000. That's like a house without the house.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl prices. It's outrageous. Abby's right. We are the drug dealers, and not only we are drug dealers, but we're also all drugged up. Nearly everybody is on some sort of drug in this country.
But hey, at least we'll
Whether
be able to deal drugs in GTA 6. At least I believe so.
I hope. I mean, it'd be
Well,
cool.
I'm not on any drugs. Sorry.
No,
sorry,
no, I'm
not
just playing
sorry.
the game.
That's why I said nearly everybody's on drugs.
Well, hey, I should be because I mean, this is just shit. This is the shit. I mean, literally, it's oh god, no, it's Vince McMahon. Oh god, I knew you were gonna come in here. Come to my office for an interview. No thanks, Vince. You ain't roping me. The only thing I said about Vince was the fact that, how dare you let a bunch of poor people come in here? But Vince knew that it was us. It was the people in the 90s, 80s, and 90s that literally paved the way for these wrestlers to become as big as they did. We paid their paychecks.
I believe he wants you to join a certain club.
No thanks. I'd rather suck my husband's dick. Thanks.
When you brought up Vince, it's like
it was at this moment that he knew he fucked.
You could say the same with Triple H as well.
Yeah, well, Triple H has become greedy and power hungry, and and literally Nick Khan said it out loud. Well, we don't. Brock Lesnar, he never really got convicted of anything. Yeah, neither did Vince.
We brought him back.
Is Vince coming back? You tell me when Vince is coming back.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Jeebus saves. Yeah, Jeebus saves himself.
Who
and he
said
sucked
that?
dick.
Who said that? What the fuck? Who said that?
I don't know.
That came from Die Hard 3.
Oh, from Die Hard 3.
Yeah. Because Bruce Willis's character, John McClane, had a sign up and he said, "I hate N-words." And, the black guy in the neighborhood saw it. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And they're all...
I thought at first sounded like it was maybe Samuel L. Jackson because I know he was in that movie. So.
You're the poor person I'm gonna let in. No. Vince, you keep it to yourself. You keep that thing in your pants and away from me, because my husband will chop it off and make you eat it. Okay.
So yeah, programming note before we go. No pro wrestling talk tomorrow because we'll be watching WrestlePalooza, and which
I'll be
is
watching highlights.
I got to get you a link or something so you can watch it.
Well, that's really sweet of you.
Yeah, there's plenty of free links out there. So
I'm not a racist. I just play one on
TV. Well, what's funny is
remember when Vince McMahon was like, "Keep it up, my
Edward." And we're like, "Oh, Vince! Oh my god!"
And he walked away like, and Booker T was like,
My husband can just join the interview. If he does, your dick is coming off, and you will be eating it. Especially if you go to touch me in any way. Oh shit! I like that. Anyone who comes near me, literally, your dick will be cut off, and you'll be eating it.
Vince will come in naked and like,
"Surprise, motherfucker."
Come on.
He's like,
"Surprise, motherfucker."
Nobody wants to see that wriggly old dick.
It's a nice looking ass. Watch,
at least I kept it clean.
Your tricks, I can't even control them.
He's like, well, at least my ass was clean. I'm like, thanks for the info.
So yeah. So that's Angel in the Afternoon this week.
Remember, Seth, there's always the Get My Ass Kicked Club. Remember that one?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Reminder, guys, make sure if you're interested in t-shirts, there's the link. I mean, I got my, my t-shirt there, and I keep hitting the mic, but we'll go with it. I got my t-shirt there. There's a link. You guys check it out. You're interested in buying, please do. Support the network and
we on Sunday
Wrestle
at 7?
Talks on Sunday at 7 Eastern, right?
We're doing Pro Wrestling Talk Sunday at 7. We'll review WrestlePalooza, and then I think I'm reviewing what's that show? The one that aired Friday night, Worlds Collide. So I'll be reviewing that as well.
And hopefully soon. I know I keep mentioning it, but hopefully
I know, but
I still gotta mention it. A GTA 6
I
episode
know.
and hopefully
Yeah.
a baseball episode too.
Oh, that's one thing I definitely probably be. Wait,
Has
let me check
anyone talked
the
to Bill
calendar.
lately? Is he still alive? Bill, are you still
Yes.
alive?
Let
I'm
me check
wondering
my
if
calendar. Here we go.
Karen's still alive. You know,
Aaron.
no Karen.
Oh, Karen. I thought you said
Karen.
Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
she's
mean,
still alive.
yeah, she's alive. It's just that
Don't
it
tease
won't
me
be
with a
this
good
Sunday.
time.
Yeah, it won't be this Sunday. We can do a baseball end of season review on the 28th, which is the last Sunday
Oh
of the
yeah, we
month,
could do a
and a playoff preview too. A playoff preview. I'm assuming the Yankees will make the playoffs, but
yeah,
on the 28th.
Trust me,
most
Sean.
likely.
All you need to know is that wrestling has become politics have become wrestling, and wrestling has been become politics.
It's not becoming sports entertainment anymore. They're getting out of that. So
yeah, now it's just for rich people to watch a bunch of people throw each other around.
Yeah, Sean, there's Angel in the Afternoon merch and Pro Wrestling Talk merch. There's t-shirts and stuff. If you're interested,
hey,
check out
Steph,
the link up
you
there.
You can always watch a CZW.
I'd rather shoot myself. Thank you. It's like, oh, you can watch AEW. No. I think I'd rather shoot myself than you.
CCW.
CCW?
Yeah, remember the one I did a couple clips, you know, all the bloody.
It's the indie company. Yeah.
No thanks. I watched
yeah.
GCW. Isn't that the one that Karrion Kross went to?
Whatever.
With Scarlett?
Yeah, Game Changer Wrestling. Yes.
Yeah. I'll watch that. Yeah, with Scarlett and Shotzi and Matt Cardona. Whatever the fucking hell his name is.
Wow. Yeah, I just saw it. Brock
you just
hitting
saw
an
it, Brock.
F5.
Yeah. There you go.
I
was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so we're going to be wrapping up soon. My throat is like killing me. I mean, I've been moving
and I
a
have
lot.
to go to the pate.
Yeah, that too. I have to go.
You want to watch, little brother?
Sunday. So no pro wrestling talk tomorrow. We'll be back Sunday at 7. We'll be reviewing WrestlePalooza. I've seen some fans speculate that Jericho will be coming back at WrestlePalooza tomorrow night.
Oh, dear
like,
God,
there's no basis
please,
for that.
no,
There's no
Chris
basis
Jericho.
for that. Jericho's under contract to AEW, as far as I know. So he's not. I don't think he'll be debuting tomorrow or returning tomorrow night. I expect him to return to Royal Rumble next year in order to set up a retirement match at WrestleMania, but that's just my speculation, though. So, yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching
Was there
this
a segment with AJ Lee, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, any of that?
Yeah, I think
Other
on Raw.
Yeah, on Raw, AJ Lee got Becky's finisher, I think.
Yeah,
I saw that. I was watching the WWE YouTube.
Yeah. So
I'm just glad that AJ Lee slapped Seth Rollins like when Becky's been slapping CM Punk.
Oh hell, I would have done that years ago. Just boom! Stop being stupid.
Yeah, so
just light it up.
Yeah. We'll be reviewing WrestlePalooza tomorrow night. My mom was like, "How do I watch the pay-per-view?" I was like, "You already have YouTube TV. You're willing to pay for it, so switch to Hulu, and you can watch it for no extra cost." She's like, "Oh, good." So I made that switch today.
As WrestleSins would say, "Who gives a shit about Hulu?"
Now we're moving to MMA. Rest. Yeah. So yeah, my voice needs a rest, so I should just go. But real quick, I mean, let's do this.
Yeah, hopefully you won't be busy that day this time on Sunday, Angel. Hopefully you're not busy this time on Sunday.
What are you referring to?
Remember last week we were supposed to do it, but you had other things going
on. Oh yeah, you forgot that you had something to do.
Right.
I'm like,
no, I'm not busy.
No,
I'm not busy this Sunday. That's why I know for sure that I'll be reviewing WrestlePalooza. Yeah, let's just start wrapping up. I gotta.
You call yourself a man? You know
I didn't
you're
mean
a
to press that.
lying, low-life
Whatever.
motherfucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you...
Also,
Let's go.
Steph, don't forget what you say at the end. Your
Oh,
time.
everybody suck a dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget, everybody suck a dick today.
Well, with that, I'm going to go. I hope everybody has a nice weekend. We'll be back for Angel in the Afternoon next Friday. I don't think I've missed a week of Angel in the Afternoon. Maybe I have, but
Oh, now we can.
oh, I haven't. I don't think I missed a week of Angel in the Afternoon yet, as far as I know this year. So I might have. But I
Knock
don't
on wood.
Yep. So, all right. So, thank you very much for watching. We're gonna see you guys next Friday. Oh, I keep forgetting to mention. Yeah, I still need about $170 to $200 for my new computer. Links in the description box below if you're on YouTube. If you're able to donate, it's very generous and I greatly appreciate it. So all my links are down there: Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal, Ko-fi, whatever.
Hey,
So
Vince,
if
I'll
you
let you
wanna
on my show if you suck a dick.
Yes, I do have I'm losing my voice, so I guess I'm gonna see you guys Sunday for Pro Wrestling Talk and next Friday for Angel in the Afternoon. Have a nice weekend. Like and subscribe. Check out the INN merch store.